Everything is about to explode. Meech is playing with fire, B-Mickie's loyalty is cracking, and there's a storm coming from all sides. Episode 4 isn't just another chapter. It could change everything for the Flannery brothers. If you've been paying attention, the clues are already there. You just have to read between the lines. Episode 3 gave us a lot to think about. It wasn't full of action every second, but the tension. It was thick. Meech is trying to hold everything together, but his world is getting more dangerous by the minute. He's trying to expand, thinking bigger than ever, but the streets are changing and not everyone's on board with his vision. One of the biggest storylines in episode 3 was Meech's growing frustration with his current crew. He wants soldiers, not liabilities. He's pushing for more structure, more power, and that means stepping on toes. We saw him starting to make new connections outside of Detroit, possibly setting up that move to Atlanta. But making new allies means making new enemies too, and not everyone's going to sit back and let Meech rise. Then there's Terry. He's back in the game now, but it's not the same as before. He's got his family pulling at him on one side and Meech pulling on the other. His heart's in it, but his head, not so much, and that's dangerous. One mistake, and someone's going to get caught slipping. We saw him trying to balance things, especially with Markeisha still being around and the tension in their relationship. That might blow up soon, and it's going to affect his focus. And what about B-Mickie? He's the wild card right now. The guy's walking a thin line, and episode 3 showed us that even he doesn't know which side he's on. The pressure from Detective Bryant is getting to him, and it's clear that he's hiding something, maybe from both sides. He's been moving real shaky, and when someone's loyalty is shaky, you know what comes next: betrayal, or a bullet. Lastly, we can't ignore Lamar. Yeah, he wasn't front and center this episode, but his presence, still loud. His name came up more than once, and that means something. BMF doesn't bring someone like Lamar into the story just to fade him away. He's lurking, waiting, and when he comes back, it's going to be ugly. So, with episode 3 setting up all these tensions, episode 4 has no choice but to go off. The streets are boiling. Everyone's watching their back, and someone's about to make a move that changes the game. For good or bad. It's not just about who's got the most money or the biggest crew anymore. It's about trust. And right now, trust is the most dangerous game in BMF. Meech is moving like a boss who knows the walls are closing in. He's thinking bigger, trying to build a real empire. But it's getting harder to tell who's really down for him and who's just waiting to cash out. You can feel it in the way he talks. Smoother, smarter, but always watching. Every meeting, every deal, every handshake, it's got tension underneath it. He's not just running a crew anymore, he's running a business built on secrets. And one wrong move, it could all crash down. Terry, on the other hand, is fighting two wars, one at home, one in the streets. He wants to be solid for his son and his girl, but the streets keep pulling him deeper. He tells himself he's just doing what needs to be done, that it's temporary, but we all know that once you're in, you're in. His arc is showing us something real, the cost of trying to live two lives, and the more he tries to balance it, the more likely he is to fall. Now let's talk about B-Mickie. This dude is a walking question mark. He's been Meech's right hand since day one, but lately, he's been sweating, shaking, looking over his shoulder like he already knows the end is coming. The pressure from Detective Bryant is eating at him, and his guilt is catching up. You can tell he wants out, or at least a clean slate, but in this world, there's no clean way out. His character arc is heading toward something big. Either he flips, or he goes out in a blaze. There's no middle ground. Then there's Bryant himself, a dirty cop who thinks he's still in control, but the truth is, he's losing grip. His obsession with taking down Meech is turning personal. He's not just playing the system, he's getting played by it. And now that his own job is on the line, he's ready to push anyone, even B-Mickie, over the edge. Bryant's story shows us what happens when power turns into desperation. And desperate men, they break things. And let's not forget the shadow over everything, Lamar. Even when he's not on screen, his energy is still there. This man is chaos in human form. The streets haven't forgotten what he did, and you better believe he hasn't forgotten either. The silence around him lately. That's not peace, that's pressure building. And when he comes back into the picture, somebody's not making it out alive. This season is all about pressure. Loyalty is cracking. The streets are shifting, And every character is one bad decision away from disaster. Episode 4 is where these arcs start colliding, and when they do, it won't be pretty. Asterisk, you ever feel that moment right before a storm hits? When everything gets too quiet, too calm. That's where BMF is right now. Episode 4 isn't creeping in, it's pulling up ready to knock the whole board over. And if you've been paying attention, the signs are all there. Let's talk about what's coming. Because someone's about to make a move they can't take back. Asterisk Meech has been thinking 2 steps ahead all season. In episode 3, you could see he's not just focused on surviving, he's trying to expand, build something untouchable. That Atlanta move. It's not just talk, it's real. We've seen him testing the waters, scouting new plugs, building quiet alliances. Episode 4 could be the one where he finally plants that first flag down south. Asterisk, but here's the catch. Growth brings heat. New territory means new enemies, new snitches, and old friends feeling left out. Meech's own crew might start to question him. Loyalty doesn't always travel across state lines. And if he's not careful, someone close could take that move as a betrayal. He's thinking like a king, but kings always have to watch for knives in the dark. Asterisk, B-Mickie is out of time. That man is cracking at the seams. He's getting squeezed from both sides. Bryant's got him cornered, and Meech is starting to sense something's off. We already know B-Mickie isn't built to lie for long. Episode 4 might be where he either confesses everything, or tries to fix things the only way he knows how, with a gun. Asterisk, here's what could happen. B-Mickie tries to play hero. Maybe even tries to flip the setup back on Bryant, but things don't go right. Maybe someone follows him. Maybe someone hears something they weren't supposed to. It all leads to a moment, a shot, a betrayal, a body on the floor, and after that, everything changes. This won't be quiet. If B-Mickie goes out, he's taking the peace with him. Asterisk, let's be real. BMF doesn't write a character like Lamar just to let him fade away. That's silence in episode 3. That's the writers loading the gun. And episode 4. That's when they pull the trigger. He's coming back. He always comes back. And when he does, it's never small. Asterisk, what makes Lamar dangerous isn't just that he's crazy, it's that he's smart. He knows how to hit people where it hurts. He doesn't want money. He wants revenge. And he's got nothing to lose. Look for him to target someone close to Meech or Terry. Not them directly, but someone they care about. That's how he plays. That's how he hurts people. Asterisk, by the end of episode 4, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a major character, either dead or bleeding, and Lamar's shadow standing over the scene. You can't sleep on this man. When he moves, things break. Asterisk. Sometimes it's not the gun you see that kills you, it's the one behind the door you forgot to check. And in BMF, the quiet characters, the ones who stay in the shadows, they're the ones who flip the game when nobody's looking. So here's the wild card prediction. The one nobody's ready for. Asterisk sounds crazy, right? But think about it. Bryant is spiraling. His own force doesn't trust him. His badge is on the line, and his #1 snitch B-Mickie is about to snap. He's backed into a corner. And when a man like Bryant feels like he's got no more moves, he'll make a deal with the devil to stay alive. Asterisk, what if? Just what if he flips the whole game and decides to work with Meech instead of against him? Not out of loyalty, out of survival. A dirty alliance to take down a bigger threat, Lamar, or maybe even the feds. It would be the ultimate twist. Meech and Bryant, once enemies, now forced to protect each other's secrets. Imagine that. The streets wouldn't know what hit them. Asterisk, this move wouldn't be everything we've said. That's just the surface. Because BMF doesn't play by the rules, it rewrites them. And episode 4. That's the episode where silence turns to gunshots, and trust turns into betrayal. What's coming next isn't just drama, it's legacy in motion. So here's what I need from you. Tell me what you think is about to go down. Asterisk, do you think Meech really has full control? Or is someone waiting to take his spot? Asterisk, is B-Mickie already lost? Asterisk, is Lamar the real end boss, or just the loudest threat? Asterisk, drop your wildest, boldest predictions in the comments. Don't hold back. I want to hear the theory that nobody else has said yet. If it's fire, I'm shouting you out in the next breakdown. Real talk. Asterisk, and if you're rocking with this kind of deep dive, make sure to like the video, it helps more BMF fans find this. Subscribe, because we're not just talking about the show. We're breaking the whole thing down from the streets to the strategy. Asterisk. And turn on those notifications because the second episode 4 drops. We're back in the lab cooking up the breakdown. Asterisk, this is more than just a show now. It's a movement, and we're watching every play, every power move, every shot fired. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, stay sharp, stay locked in, and remember, in BMF, nobody's ever safe. Permanent nothing in BMF is, but it could shake the whole foundation of the story. Just a few episodes of partnership before it all falls apart. Enough to throw fans off. Enough to make us say, yo, I didn't see that coming. Asterisk episode 4 is the kind of episode that decides how the rest of the season hits. This is the setup, the fuse, the turning point. Every character's about to face a choice, evolve, betray, or get buried. The streets don't wait for anyone. Meech is climbing fast, but pressure makes people act reckless. Terry is slipping between two worlds. B-Mickie is at his breaking point, and Lamar. He's about to remind everybody why his name still gets whispered in fear. Everything we've said. That's just the surface. Because BMF doesn't play by the rules, it rewrites them. And episode 4. That's the episode where silence turns to gunshots, and trust turns into betrayal. What's coming next isn't just drama, it's legacy in motion. So here's what I need from you. Tell me what you think is about to go down. Do you think Meech really has full control, or is someone waiting to take his spot? Is B-Mickie already lost? Is Lamar the real end boss, or just the loudest threat? Drop your wildest, boldest predictions in the comments. Don't hold back. I want to hear the theory that nobody else has said yet. If it's fire, I'm shouting you out in the next breakdown, real talk. And if you're rocking with this kind of deep dive, make sure to like the video, it helps more BMF fans find this. Subscribe, because we're not just talking about the show, we're breaking the whole thing down from the streets to the strategy. And turn on those notifications, because the second episode 4 drops. We're back in the lab cooking up the breakdown. This is more than just a show now, it's a movement. And we're watching every play, every power move, every shot fired. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, stay sharp, stay locked in, and remember, in BMF, nobody's ever safe.